Hi, it's Nell. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite herb, mint. I'm going to tell you how to care for it, and I'm also going to show you how to plant it. There are so many different kinds of mint. Besides spearmint and peppermint, there's apple mint, orange mint, ginger mint, basil mint, banana mint, Colonel Kentucky mint, I think it's called, which is the mint of the Kentucky Derby for mint juleps. And I'm going to be planting these two mints. I had Thai mint and I had some kind of spearmint. I can't remember what it was, but this is a spearmint also. This is Cuban mint. It is the official mint of the mojitos. So it has a stronger peppermint. Spearmint smell to it. And this is Syrian mint. And you can see the difference in the leaves. This one is a milder mint, so I'm going to use this one for salads, whereas this one I love to put mint in water. I use mint almost every day. So some mint has small leaves, some mint has big leaves. It gets anywhere from 10 to 18 inches depending on the variety. Some of the mints are hardy to zone 3. And it likes sun. It prefers sun, but it'll grow in partial shade. Mine actually grows in partial shade. And it needs regular water. Mint is not a drought-tolerant herb at all. And what you need to know is mint can be very invasive because it spreads. It can spread more than 2 feet. Some varieties will spread like 8 feet or so. They'll creep and grow and go from yard to yard. They grow by stolons, which are actually underground stems. So they go and then they pop up. So I grow mine in a container, and that's why mint gets a bad rap sometimes because it spreads so much, but if you containerize it, it's a lot easier to control it. As I said, there's so many different varieties of spearmint. You just have to smell and see what's best for you. And I bought this at our farmer's market from Noe at Yes Yes Nursery, and how she recommends smelling the mints, because she grows so many different kinds of mints, is to lightly brush the leaves and then just smell the leaves. Instead of crushing them and smelling your hands, it's better to do it that way. Over in this side yard, the side walkway with my beautiful pot of mint. Isn't this gorgeous? It's any area where it gets a little shaded in the wintertime, and mint is subject to something called mint rust, and this gets mint rust. And what I've done, this every year I've taken this out. I'll show you what I do, and I just trim it and then I replant it. But it's its 4th year now, so I just want to rejuvenate the mint, and then I want a new kind of mint in here anyway. I'm saving a little bit of this because I'm not going to have my big yields of mint anymore, so I'm going to, after I get through with this, save it. But as you can see here, there's some new coming on the stems down here, but what's happened is because it's been in here, it just kind of wraps itself, and the roots get really tight in the top of the pot, and it's hard for the water to get through. So it's time for a rejuvenation, just like we have to cut our hair sometimes. And see why the mint is so pot bound? As I said, the roots just wrap themselves around, and there's not much down here. And there are those underground stems that spread, and as you can see, some stems would pop up off of here, but these couldn't because they were so buried underneath. I have the mint out of the pot, and as you can see, this soil is all loose down here, so that's how mint grows in a pot. It's crazy. But I'm just going to loosen this up. I'm going to take a little bit of this soil out, and then I'm going to add some fresh soil to it. And what mint likes is a rich soil, but that drains really, really well. So I'm going to use a mixture of succulent and cactus mix, potting soil, and planting mix, just because that is what I happen to have, and it will enjoy that. You can just use potting soil to plant mint, and you want to add something like an organic amendment to it. I'm going to add my favorite worm castings. And besides the mint rust, the mint is susceptible to a few other things too. Yours might get aphids. You can just spray that off with the garden hose. But the most common thing is the mint rust because it grows so thick and it doesn't get air circulation in it, especially if it's growing in a pot. If it's in the garden, it can spread and it gets a little more air. So what I could do if I wanted to, it's not the most attractive thing, but I could just replant this back in here, and then some new growth would appear. I would probably try to get some of this dead out of here. I would actually try to get some of this dead out of here, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to actually replant this. But you can rejuvenate your mint that way too, because these are nice, fresh, healthy roots down there. But for me, I want to get some new mint. I've just been dying to try that Cuban mint. It's got such huge leaves, especially as it grows. Unlike when I plant succulents, because as you guys know, I plant a lot of succulents and I leave the pots dry, but mint is something that likes water, like if you're planting a perennial pot or an annual pot, you want to water it in so it gets good and soaked before you put the plant in. And if you're a beginning gardener, you may not know that it takes dry soil a while to absorb the water. So I troweled the soil head to end together and the water into the soil, and I'm going to wait till, oh, it's starting to come out the bottom now. So, but it takes a while. It takes at least a few waterings with the can or the hose to get it good and wet. And I've also watered both of these plants before planting them to make sure they're good and moist. And you just sort of squeeze the pot gently and the plant to get it out of the pot. I have to do a bit of an indent here. I think I'm going to put this one here, the larger leaf one. I have it almost all filled with the potting soil and planting mix here. And I sprinkled in some worm castings around the couple of plants, and now I'm going to put some on the top too. And there are two things that I need to do now, the last two steps. I need to water in the mint, and then I need to harvest the mint and enjoy it. As you can see, mint is very easy to care for and to plant. So I hope you have found this video helpful, and please subscribe because I have a lot more videos coming your way. So let's get out in the garden and make the world a more beautiful place. Thank you for watching. Bye!